Gonna head on up the Bear Mountain Trail for a little bit. Starting at this Gilbert Tract trailhead parking, just outside of Cranberry Lake. Just testing out a couple new clothing pieces and kind of getting set up for the winter. Getting ready for winter here. I got my bigger backpack. I got different coats and some different layers in there. A few extra drinks, extra things I don't carry in the summer. So it's a little bigger, a little bit heavier, but it's better to be prepared in the winter. And I got my Tubbs Flex Alp snowshoes here. I've had these for a few years. They're working awesome for me. I got no regrets in buying these. They work great on some high peaks and other hikes. There's plenty of different brands of snowshoes out there. This is the one I chose after quite a bit of debating and looking, comparing what works for me, and I'd recommend them. Just to show different snowshoes that have different bindings on them. These are really simple. They flip up right here. Stick your foot in there. Make sure your strap is back there on that one. Tighten that back strap up. And then right up here, just tighten these two down right here. A little pencil lock in there. Secure the rest of the straps there. When you go take these off, you just pull up on this right here and it'll release them and they come right off real easy. Let's start out here. I see some cross-country ski tracks here, so I'm going to try to stay out of those. Try and share the trail as much as possible. You see, just when I'm not wearing a base layer under these pants. They're kind of my fall pants, but it's about 40 degrees out right now, so as I move, I'm going to heat up, and I don't want to overheat, start sweating too much. That's what you don't want to do in winter. Outside my top, I don't have a coat on yet. I've got a mid layer in my bag. I've got a coat in my bag. Hard shell jacket in my bag. Swap in and out as needed. I also got a t-shirt under this and long sleeve kind of thin one right here, and that's working for me for now. Whew. Gotta watch out you don't catch the edge there and trip, fall right in the snow like that. A nice reason to do a kind of test hike here, just to kind of get back in the groove of winter hiking and what comes with it. Some little reminders. No avoiding doubling up on the trail. But where I can, I try to stay out the tracks. A little ways in. Sweating just a little bit. Just barely. With no coat on, no extra layers. It's easy once you get going. You know, this will be frozen over all the way. Yeah, it's been a couple months since I've really done a hike. Been so busy, work and Christmas, everything else. It's good to get out. Alright, coming up on a little trail split here, and it's about a mile in. So I'm going to take a little break here. Been basically breaking the trail the whole way, 26 minutes. Not shabby, move a little bit slow, but that's okay. I'm just gonna unpack my bag and put a couple things on just to kind of test things out. Get used to it. Snacks and everything in here. trusty Osprey Atmos 50 backpack. I've had this thing for 18 years. Wow, long time. And held up pretty well. Been through a lot of different seasons. Coffee's still warm from this morning. While I'm hiking. Let's jacket there. Put that there. Let's see, I need to warm up just a little bit. Don't want to put on a heavy coat or anything. Got kind of a mid layer here. Mid-weight just to warm up a little bit, so test this out. This is a Stoic brand from backcountry.com. I've had good luck with some of their products, so I got to give them a little plug here. Some stuff I've used for years, just as good as the bigger, more expensive name brand stuff. Honestly, purposely packed this without it being zipped, so I could say I was on top of the mountain, I could get it out quicker, not have to waste time unzipping it. So I had to get that out. 2 pairs of gloves too. I got my heavy gloves and my mid gloves. And my hat. So I just wanted to warm up a little bit, not a whole lot. Put that hat on, put this hoodie on, put this over. This particular one's got an adjustment in the back here. I'll play with that right now for a minute and see how that works. My first time using one like that. Okay, cinches down pretty good. See if I want to, I got some goggles in there. I got those with me too. See, I was up on top of a mountain. It's getting real windy and crazy. That's happened before, like on Algonquin Peak last winter. I'm supposed to get that on. Didn't know about the pit zips. What's the best way to get those on and off the quickest way? If you're up on the mountain, you don't want to be wasting any time. You gotta get used to these zippers. Always good to try new stuff on before you go out. You want to get out there in the middle of nowhere and have to use it and be fumbling around. Number one thing, avoid hypothermia at all costs. Just know that as you're moving, you're generating heat. When you stop moving, you cool down. So less layers when you're moving, more layers when you're going to be stopped for a little bit. Anyway, turn around here. Totally forgot about my hat in my hand. Dropped it somewhere. Further back than I thought. Okay. Keep a hold on this thing now. I've had it for quite a while. Yeah, I went back to the first little pond, just up from the parking area. Like a little bit of fog over there. So it's above freezing right now. I can get my shell pants out now and test those on, just to warm last year and stuff, but just practice, get warmed back up for the season here. Feels like them right there. There they are. And he's coming pretty handy. Don't look like much right now, but coming pretty handy because they're waterproof, windproof. I'm so glad I'm doing this right now. It's a little kind of practice run up. Those will zip all the way down. Button at the bottom. And there's one. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of a pain. So you get some of these, practice a little bit first. There we go. Easy peasy. Alright, on the trail again. I'm still doing pretty good. I noticed that while I'm hiking, I start sweating a decent little bit, even though I've only got like really one layer on here. Then once I stop and do something in this temperature, I'm okay, and I dry out pretty quick. That's just good stuff to know. Good to know what kind of conditions can affect you and how they are. Everybody's a little different, so do a little practice and enjoy yourself out here. You don't get into trouble. Hypothermia and stuff. That's about where I face planted at the beginning of the hike. So right underneath here is some wooden planking to go over this when it's wet. So being narrow, it's very easy to catch the edges of your snowshoes on one of the other ones. Next thing you know, you're tripping. So a little wider stance with the snowshoes on. More back at the trail register. Good little hike, warm up for the season. Call it a day after about an hour and a half. Oh, I forgot the old snowshoes. Getting the snowshoes off. Pull up on this. These will pop up and come right up. Once you do that, just make sure those are popped up all the way. Got little holes, and they'll come right out and can come right out. I just make it look more difficult than it really is. But it's not really difficult.